Hi, everyone. Hi. Hi, Diane. Yeah, I'm glad this went on. That's 2 in a row that it worked. Well, I'm on today to actually do a what sold for the last 2.5 weeks because I hadn't done one. I was unable to make labels, and it was all just too much for me. Hi, Riri. Hi. Well, happy Mother's Day to you, too. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. I bought myself 2 new puzzles for Mother's Day. My sister, for my birthday, had given me an Amazon card, so I have money in Amazon. So I finished that one puzzle I was doing with the books and the cat. And so I bought 2 new puzzles. They're coming tomorrow. Yeah, so I intend on showing you, sharing my screen and showing you what I sold the last couple weeks, 2.5 weeks about. And yeah, hopefully I won't have any trouble doing that. Yeah, and then today I sold something last evening that's already in the bin. And then I've sold 6 more things today. And if I can muster up the energy later on today, I may start a shipping video with those things as I'm packaging them up. We'll see, because I have to take the garbage out yet. Yeah. So I'm happy everything seems to be working, except when I tried to do the Bluetooth printer for my phone, it wasn't connecting. But I feel lucky that it's connected with my computer, with the wired USB connection. So I'm just going to sort of leave it. Another thing, I want to do a second part of the box opening, maybe Tuesday at 4. I'll do another third of the box because I have it whittled down to I have about 12 more things to take pictures of. So I think I can open some more. And yeah, the thing is, I think I'm afraid to disconnect this computer from my printer for fear I can't get it connected right again and it doesn't recognize it. That's what happened with the Bluetooth. So it may be a recorded video, but I think sometime Tuesday, you'll probably see it. Yeah. So I can get that second part of the clothes out of that box and hung up. I'm anxious to see it. It's like, it's like getting presents for me. So yeah, I got the little holder. I can't really show it with this computer setting like it is. I got a holder for the paper. It was that really inexpensive little holder. So I have the roll of labels up here, and then I have the flat ones sitting down. It holds both kinds. So it's kind of handy. It's just a little plastic thing you put together, and it costs only like $7. So yeah, so I was hoping Bumblebee would get here today. I had a nice conversation with her on the phone the other day. Yeah, I wanted to make sure she knew I was going to be on Tuesday to open some more of the box. But it won't be live, it'll be recorded. So, yeah. So I'm glad I'm selling things. And actually, I've sold more today on Poshmark than I did on eBay. So I don't know I'm listing both places. So actually, of course, putting new things on actually helps. That's what everybody says, and it's true. So let me try to share my screen here. And I'm going to do this sort of differently. Well, you'll see. I'm going to show the whole page, and then I'll go through things one by one. And there's a place I can click on that shows the sale and how it is all, how much it sells for, how much I actually get, and what are the fees, all that stuff. So I'm going to try to do that this time too. Hi, Jane. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, this is going to be a sales from the past 2.5 weeks. So, yeah. So let me share my screen. Hope this works. First is this little graph I wanted to show you. Right around here is where my computer went out. The printer went out. The computer crashed right around here where this big notch is. Then all of a sudden I didn't have a printer. So all these things sold until up to here. Can you see my arrow? I don't know if you can or not. And then right here in this dry spell is when I got this little printer connected. All these things I had to take to the post office. So then, yeah, I started selling things, and this is how it's gone so far. So let me flip the page here. And we're going to start on, my computer crashed on April 24th. So this item's, I can't tell if I had shown this before or not, but it sold on the 25th, so I don't see how I could have, because I had no way of doing it at that point. Yeah. But maybe I just went to my laptop out there and told you about it, but I don't know. Anyway, the first thing here is an Ann Taylor loft jersey top. This was sold. This has been listed for ages. This background was one of my oldest backgrounds. So let me show you what it says. View the details here of this item. And over here, the buyer paid $14.39. She paid $5.85 shipping, and she paid a total of $21.11. This may be too much to tell on one thing. So there was a transaction fee and a shipping label fee, but it doesn't say that there was a promoted listing fee. So I don't think this was on promoted listings. So it's a little gray and black Ann Taylor loft jersey top. So let me try to get back here. how this is going to work. Hopefully it will. Oh, it took me all the way to the top. Maybe we won't go to that. It's going to take too long. Look at all these things I sold. Okay, there it is. Okay, I'm just going to show it this way until I get this all figured out. This little top is by Time and True, chambray baby doll top. It just seems I showed you this before, but we'll show it again. This sold for $15.19. A total of $22.26 is what they paid with shipping and everything. Yeah. So the next thing is a Lucky Brand blue and gray plaid poncho. This is just a one size thing. It was very, very soft. Had a fringe hem, and this sold for $15.99, and they paid a total of $25.59 with shipping. The next thing is a J. Crew button-up shirt, a women's extra, extra small, long sleeve gingham check, and this sold for $14. That was most probably a best offer that I took. And they paid $19.85 to get it to them, which seems a lot from $14, but maybe not. No, that's right. Sold on the 26th of April. Then I sold an American Eagle Outfitters soft and sexy wide striped little crop top. Had a pocket. This sold for $14.39, and they paid a total of $22.11, and this sold on the 26th of April. Then we have the Charter Club cardigan sweater. This is a silk blend in this rose pink color. It sold for $15.19. As you can see, the prices are sort of the same. I was just taking whatever they were on sale for or whatever people were offering at one point. This was on a 20% off discount sale, this sweater. Next thing is a Michael Kors stretchy top, women's medium. Very relaxed little top. It was in this bold print, scoop neck, I think 3/4 sleeves, and I think there was elastic around the neck and the waist or the bottom hem. It sold for $14. It was the best offer, and they paid $19.85 with shipping. Then there's a Nike Performance stretch top, women's medium, in this pretty teal color with the V-neck and long sleeves. This sold for $15 best offer that I took, and they paid a total of $20.85. Then I sold this two-piece Blast vintage sleeveless top and pants set. It was an extra large coral color. This sold for $22.99, a total of $37.67 with shipping. Then there was this Woolrich button-up shirt. See, it sounds so familiar that I might have gone through these somehow and told it on one of the videos, but I don't know. You're hearing it again if I did. Woolrich button-up shirt, because I remember saying Woolrich goes for a lot if it's actually wool, but this, the shirts really don't go that, well. This sold for $15.15 and a total of $21. This piece they started to buy it and then they never could pay for it, so it was never actually sold. So that's why there's 0 over here. So that's not really a sale. It was a canceled. They canceled it. Then we have an Old Navy active core top. This is a men's or a unisex. It could be men's or women's. Extra small, gray, long sleeve, new with tags. Had thumb loops and thumb holes. Sold for $13.99. A total they paid of $21.88. The next is a polo by Ralph Lauren polo shirt. Men's extra large. This is like a call for golf. Striped blue and gray, I think this was. No, blue and white stripe. Sold for $19.99. That was probably a regular price. Yay. And they paid a total of $27.71. And then we have this, I can't even pronounce this. This is an Anthropologie brand. Leafsdotter. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a silk top. It weighed almost nothing. It was green with, all these are stars on here. It had a draped neck and cap sleeves. I've had this a long time. I thought this would sell right away when I bought it. It was a good brand and it just sat. Finally, I took a $15 offer on it and it sold for total of $22.73 with shipping. This is a child's pair of sneakers by Crocs. They were a child's 9. I've had these a while too, and they sold for $16.99, which is the price I had on them. With shipping, it was $23.74 they paid. And that sold on May 6th, so we're getting up here. Then I sold this vintage embroidered and beaded denim jacket in a women's medium, size 8/10, art to wear shacket. I almost sold this once before, and I think that they didn't ever pay for it. I think that's one of those. And I put it back upstairs on the rack, and it sold again. It sold for $20 best offer, a total of $31.50 with the shipping. Because this went in the box, I think. It doesn't show here how this shipped. I mean, if I rooted around here, I could find it, but I don't want to get off this page. Then on the 8th of May, a couple of days ago, I sold this little top by Betsy's Things. It's a vintage blouse, women's 16, petite, buttons on the back. It was like a mint green. It was greener than it looks here. The colors are all washed out here. But it's a sort of a mint green. It had tiny, tiny little flowers embroidered on it. And this sold for $16 best offer. They paid $23.60 for that. Then I sold this little shift dress. I think it was like up, maybe right above the knee high, by Cotton Market. It was a pull-on dress. It was lined, had side pockets, or slit pocket. No, you can see the pockets there, slit pockets. And this sold for $15.29, a total of $22.51. Then I've had these a long time. These Brooks athletic running shoes. They're the style was Ghost. They were blue and black, or blue and turquoise. and they were in size 9B. These are women's. They sold for $19.54. When I first got these, I'm sure I put them on for 30 some dollars, but it's come down that much. But they paid a total of $34.07. I'm pretty sure these went on priority shipping. Then I sold a pack of 3 little doilies. Believe it or not, these are actually vintage because they didn't start out being vintage because they're like new with tags or new without tags. These came from my store. When I had an antique store, we carried this heritage lace. I had these that long. I saved a big box of the lace things from the store, and I put them on, and I've sold them a little bit at a time. But these 3 doilies. They're 11-inch round doilies, and they sold for $17.99, and that's a total of $25.32 with shipping. You just never know. That was on the 8th. On the 9th, a couple of days ago, I sold a Coldwater Creek button-up shirt, women's large, in this orange color, and this was linen and silk. And this sold for $16 best offer, and it went for $23.98 with shipping. Island Shores Camp shirt. This was a men's large. In this coral, there was a little stripe in this. It was linen blend, short sleeve. It sold as a best offer of $17 that I took, and it sold with shipping $22.85. So when you look at these prices, the buyer, of course, like we all would, they look at what it's going to cost them with the shipping. So this is the price they're looking at. They're not looking at your sale price. You have to remember that. They're looking at what they have to pay total, to get it to them. So then I sold this little J. Crew painter's tee, and I have no idea why I put mini dress in there, because this was a very long tee, but it was 25 inches long. That's a little short for a mini dress. Mini dresses are usually like maybe 32, 34 inches long. So I hope she didn't buy this expecting this to be like a real mini dress, because I just sold this yesterday. So yeah, it's kind of scary. I have no idea why I would put that there. It sold for a best offer of $9 though, and yeah, $14.85 is what she's paying to get it to her. And I sold this American Eagle Outfitters. This is Soft and Sexy Plush. That's the name of it. It's a pullover top, waffle weave. It was very, very soft and extra small. It sold as a best offer for $15. I paid a total of $23.05. And then today, am I going to tell you what I sold today? Because these are things I have to list yet. Well, I might as well tell you as long as it's here. These are the 2 things on eBay I have to ship out yet, so you may hear about these twice. This is a Chico's size 2, which is a large. Green ruffle. This is ruffled in the front. You can't really see it. They're just very flat little ruffles. This green and blue lightweight top in a large, sold for $12.74, and it will ship for $19.89. And then I sold a pair of Old Navy Harper pants, and these are like in a leopard print, size 0, and they sold for $16.93, a total of $24.78. And both of these things today were on a 15% discount, which I just had on, I think, Friday, Saturday, and today. So that's what I sold on eBay for the last 2.5 weeks. I'm going to switch here to Poshmark and show you what all sold on Poshmark. I don't know how far, there's no dates here, so I don't know how far to go. I think I had sold this, maybe it'll show if I put this up here. Does it have a sold date on here? Okay, it was updated on the 25th. That means I pulled it up is when it's sold. So I probably maybe didn't show you this. I don't know. It's an Old Navy long sleeve shirt. This was mine. Has little glasses all over it. It's a novelty print, and this sold for $10 best offer because it was mine. I just took it out. My closet, I used to wear this as an overshirt. Okay. Let's see what this does if I go backwards. Okay. This does better. Okay. This is a active USA strap mini dress in a small floral little sort of a sundress. Sold for $12. And yeah, I don't have any idea where these things are going with this amount of this also was updated on the 25th. I hope it all doesn't say that. Okay, next page. This is a pair of Dickies casual work pants, and they were like Kino pants, and they were in size men's 32, new with tags. They sold for $22 on Poshmark. They were a heavy cotton. And then this Athleta orange stretchy top. This was all lace up here and lace overlay on the bottom. Size small. I don't know what this SNA meant. It must have been I started to write something and it didn't pick up the last. I have no idea what that is. Must not have looked at that very good. Sold for $17 though. Yeah, this was updated on the 20th, so it sold on the 27th of April. We just didn't go with that. Here's a FootJoy polo shirt, men's large, green with this black stripe on it, and sold on the 28th for $16. Here's a little short sleeve animal print v-neck rayon top, had puff sleeves. This sold for $16, and this sold on my birthday, May 4th. And May 4th in the evening is when we finally got my printer to sort of work, but I still wasn't printing on it. Okay. All right, the pair of American Eagle, women's size 6, midi, super stretch, low rise, olive green shorts. These sold for $14. That's a best. I remember I finally took this best offer. I really didn't want to because the start of summer, but I did. And these sold, it says updated 4 days ago. So there was a long stretch where, remember, I didn't sell anything. This is after that. And then this is an Anthropologie brand, Odile. It's a halter top, women's size 10. These were all looked like ribbons across here. It was a very strange little top. But I've had this a long time. I put cottage core and boho on there. It's sold for $16. This is all on Poshmark. And this denim and flower button-up shirt, men's small. This had a flip cuffs on it that were flowered or a different color. I don't know. It sold for $15. Now this is a sale that he bought this one day, and then it just went and said they weren't getting the payment, or something was going wrong with the payment. He had to go in and I think register maybe. Finally, like after 3 days, it finally came on again, and he bought it, and everything went fine. But yeah, sold for $15. And this is a surprise. I've had this in my jewelry drawer to sell forever. I think I bought this in a bag of things ages ago. These orange beads and chain. These, I just let this go for whatever they wanted to pay, $5. I bundled it up, went Ground Advantage. Or no, this had to go priority shipping. I can't believe. Yeah, they paid priority shipping. I think that's up to $8 and something now on Poshmark. Yeah. So glad to sell that. And then I sold this Wrangler Western shirt. It sold 3 days ago. This is a men's extra large. It has short sleeves and pearl snaps on it. This is a real pretty green plaid. Sold for $18. And that might be one of the things I have to pack back there. This is one of the things for sure. This is a Rachel Zoe hooded sweater, soft, heavy textured argyle in a size small, kind of fluffy. It's real soft. It's hooded. It's sold for $18, and I'm going to put this in a box. I'm going to wrap it in the wrapping paper and put it in a box, because this is kind of bulky. So that's one thing I'll be boxing up. And then also, these are today's sales. I'll just show you, because I'm going to box them up anyway to go out tomorrow. This is by Democracy. It's a gauzy top, and it has embroidered all around the neck here in the bodice. And this is a size extra large, and this sort of a coral red color. So for $15 best offer that I took. And this will be boxed up or packaged up and go tomorrow. Everything from Poshmark goes priority shipping. And the last thing is this pair of Levi's 529s curvy boot cut in a size 10 medium. These are women's. Medium wash. And these sold for $19 offer that I took. And they will be going out tomorrow also. So that is what all I sold on both platforms. And let me show you, this doesn't show much. I'm not even sure about these dates. So, but I sort of guessed here. This is just on eBay. Total sales for $17.16. However, the selling costs were high because May 1st came, the first of the month where they take out my store fee. So, yeah, so I only made $154.06 after total sales were 400 and something. But that's why all these, plus I think I had some high promoted sales in there someplace. So, yeah, average selling price though, $24.54. I have not figured out the Poshmark average sales, but on those dates, I had 17 buyers, 17 things sold in 2.5 weeks, which isn't wonderful, but it's something. And they seem to be, sales seem to be getting better. So let me come back here. Still there. Okay, Bumblebee's here. Hi. Oh, your laptop battery is dead. Bumblebee, you need a new phone and a new laptop. Yeah. Go buy yourself those things. You deserve a new phone, for sure. And your battery's low too, Jane. Oh dear. In a store picking up your computer. Oh, you had it cleaned. Okay. I never had my computer cleaned. I clean the keyboard, periodically. But that's it. I don't know what you mean. I mean cleaned from having bad things on it, like what do you call them? Viruses? Is that what you mean? Shelley Shack's here. Hi. Thank you, Shelley. You too. Everybody. Bumblebee, happy Mother's Day. Yeah, Bumblebee, I may, when I'm done here, if I'm not too tired after I take the garbage out, I may come back and record a shipping video because I have like 6 things to package up. 2 from eBay going out and 4 from Poshmark. I think I included them on the what I just showed here. But so if I don't come on, you've already seen the things. If I do, you're going to see them again. Yeah. So I've tried to do my Bluetooth again, and it won't connect for some reason. It won't connect with my phone won't connect with my printer. It says it's not reading my printer. So what I'm going to have to do is take it off and reinstall it, which I haven't done yet. And then another thing I'm afraid to do, and you have COVID? Oh no. Bumblebee. How many times have you guys haven't you had it before? Or was that just bad pneumonia? You had a pneumonia. Did you ever actually have COVID? You were coughing and things when I was talking to you. Hi, Stein. Hi. Shelley says, how does 83 feel? 83 feels old, just like 82 did. Brian's birthday was on May 3rd. I had to bake a cake and brownies, and we still are eating cake. Yeah, my kids left way too much of that cake with me. I made, my daughter took some home, and they took a little bit home, but they left way too much for me. But I did manage to eat it from the 4th till now. It's all gone now. You've had COVID 3 times. Now that's just not fair. You were trying to mute that. No, I knew you had a, you sounded stuffy. You sounded like you needed to cough. Yeah, I was afraid you were getting pneumonia again. Dear. Wow. How's Mr. Bumblebee feeling? Yeah. Right. Can't fool a nurse. Well, oh, he's fine. But you know it. Well, I'm glad he's feeling good. One of you ought to be good. Yes, you'll be in my prayers for sure, Bumblebee. Yeah, so that is what I sold. I feel fortunate that I've sold things. Well, things are picking up, seem to be picking up for me. Yeah, I'm hoping it's that because I'm only listing 3 things a day. They're listing both on eBay and then 3 things on Poshmark, the same things. So I'm selling on both platforms. So far, I haven't been kicked off Poshmark. I don't know what they're doing over there. The first time, well, yeah, you should have a lot of immunity. You had it bad the first time. Oh, for sure. God's in charge. Yeah. Yeah. I was out before. We're having a beautiful day here. I don't know about you, Bumblebee, but it's 72 and sunny. So I've been out a lot today, even if it's just sitting. It's mostly walking around, fussing with my chickens. I was trying to dig some places in their where they are in their fenced-in area, because when you turn over soil, sometimes you'll expose some worms, and they get so excited. So I was out there doing that for a bit, and then I was went to the front garden, and I was pulling weeds, looking up the type of weeds they were, and if I could feed them to my chickens. I have this app on my phone called Picture This, and you just take a picture with the app of the weed, any plant, anything, trees, anything. It'll tell you exactly what it is and all about it. It's the best app. It's free. You're having a good, beautiful day too. Yeah. So I was pulling weeds that they could eat, and my hand still smells of oregano because I was pulling some pieces off of oregano and some other herbs I have out there that they eat that are good for them. And yeah, so I found out a lot about different weeds that I have growing up all over the place, something other than dandelions and chickweed. And they can actually eat a lot more than I thought. Do you know those irritating little weeds that come up about now? They're called galleon, or they're called sticky weed. They're sort of a sprawling, like a weed that sticks to your hand. They're real sticky. And they're called sticky weed too. But there's lots of goosegrass is another name for them. They can eat that, and it's good for them. I can't believe they'd eat that. Let's see. This is Shelley. We were very blessed today. We had a guest pastor from a new church that our church is sponsoring to get them up and running. That's nice. The message was about prevailing in the pivotal moments. God knew Brian and I need to hear that. Isn't that always the way? I find that is very true a lot of the time. Yeah. Sometimes it's even something you're listening to on one of the TV channels, or one of the, when you're online. You'll just all of a sudden hear something that you need to hear. It's amazing. Go into all the world, yeah, and make disciples. Yeah. So I still haven't made a decision on a computer or a monitor. It takes me a long time to make a decision, evidently. Psalm 23 had me in tears. Yeah. I say that so often. Good tears. Yeah. I'm reading through the Bible for the second year. This time I'm doing the chronological Bible. And right now it's all in Psalms, doing all the Psalms. And it's surprising on how many I knew that I could start. When they would start, I could actually almost say them along with them, because that was all way back in Sunday school when I was little. I used to be able to, I memorized the books of the Bible at one point in my childhood. I could never tell you now. I can only go down about maybe 6 or 7. But I knew that. I knew lots of Bible verses. And yeah. And it just comes back in the weirdest times. Good words always stick. Yeah. Yes. Always so comforting. That's for sure. Well, I don't want to be on here too long because I have to take out the garbage. 2 cans, 2 heavy cans, big cans of garbage. And I want to try that recorded video, because I have yet to do editing on this laptop. So that'll be another trial. Shelley says, we just finished a prayer class, so I am reading scripture and then trying to pray the scripture. Yes, to relate to me and others. It's been good. Yeah, it's always great to pray the scriptures. And with Psalms, that's the easy one. That's an easy book to pray the scriptures with. Yeah. Mm. I almost started a prayer Bible, but I would have had to. I didn't want to do it to my regular Bibles, so I was going to get another Bible and do a prayer Bible, because with those you mark them all up, and you add pages and pieces of paper and all kinds of things. Yeah. And I'd have to get another set of book labels, books of the Bible labels. Psalms is more than songs, right? They're the poems. They're what David would talk to God about. And David had all kinds of troubles. As if you remember, he was so young when he became king, and everybody was trying to kill him at the time. Everybody's against him, but a few. But he was with God. He never stopped asking God what he should do. So his prayers were as a person that was always in trouble, and and God was always answering his prayers. So it's a beautiful book of the Bible, but they do call it the hymnal book of the Bible. So I've recognized a lot of pieces that our church would sing, pieces that they would take out of the Psalms, just excerpts of, parts of Psalms they would take out. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to close for now. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. And I've heard from my kids, of course, and my sister. My son spent the day on the golf course, I'm sure, on this beautiful day. Yes, you feel like David had to be creative because it reminds me of music. Yes. Yes. Remember him when he was really young, he played the harp for the king at the time. He played music, so he was very musical. Riri, my youngest, gave me 12 little charms, a necklace for Mother's Day, and they all had Bible verses on them. Made you cry. Oh, how nice. That's so nice. Yeah. So I will be back on hopefully Tuesday. It'll be a recorded video, but I want to open some more of Bumblebee's box. Bumblebee, I'm going to come on Tuesday at 4, but it won't be at 4. So never mind, I didn't say that. It doesn't matter when I do it. It's going to be recorded. Sometime Tuesday, I'll try to get it on sometime Tuesday, will be the second third, the middle part of the third of the box. some more things. So I'm going through and I'm going to do a recorded video of it because I don't want to detach my printer from this laptop to take it out there. I can't carry the box in here, that's for sure. So yeah, it's either take a bunch of clothes out of the box and bring it in here, which I could do that, or do a recorded video. But I think I'm just going to do a recorded video because I need to see how I need to edit on this computer and see how it goes. So much new stuff. Shirley says they're working on pictures for you. Okay. Yes, I want to see that. I want to see your kitchen. Was it you or was it Riri? You know, I get the two of you, your names, not the names are and nothing the same, but who got shocked in their kitchen they're doing? Wasn't it you, Shelley? I think it was. Yes, Shelley. Yeah. Yeah, I want to see their pictures. All right. Well, you'll see me sometime on Tuesday with a recorded video, and I'll be back then on Thursday for a live. So happy Mother's Day, everybody. And thank you all for coming and joining me. And I'll see you then. Bye.